It's been said for years that the happiest moments of people's lives are their first kiss, their wedding day, birth of their first child, and the day they move into a house. And all of that may have been true 200 years ago when we were still a fucking primitive cringe species, when we were still traversing the Oregon Trail debating whether or not to ford a river and trying not to die of cholera. But it's not the 1800s anymore, pussy. It's time we update that list. What is the happiest moment of a person's life? The day that Godslap came out, which is today. For about 2.5 years now, we've been hard in the lab like Professor Utonium trying to create the perfect comic book series, and we finally did. For anyone that doesn't remember, this is a series that's written by myself, Jackson, Danny, Matt, and Stephanie. Stephanie is Matt's sister, and she is a professional comic book writer. She's been writing for years. She's written for DC as well as many others, and we've been working on this for quite a while now. Godslap is a never-ending roller coaster of action and adventure. It's so powerful it'll replace the blood in your body with pure diesel. And the action's so intense it's going to trigger your own personal fight or flight response just from reading it. And yeah, this bad boy's out right now at godslapbook.com. I'll put a link in the description. This is issue 1, and it's 48 pages that'll change your life forever. And it's scientifically proven to make you more attractive when you finish reading it. The artist behind Godslap is a man named Ricardo Jamie, and he's probably the most talented artist on the planet. You can flip to any page in here, and it's just like an actual fucking masterpiece. I'll put a link to his Instagram in the description so you can see more of his work. I don't want to spoil too many pages, but I do at least want to show you the style. We went with black, white, and blood. We wanted to try and make a blend of manga meets western to a certain level, and we just thought this looked really cool. So everything in Godslap is black and white except for the blood. That's fully colored. And it sounds kinda edgy, and it kinda is, but the shit absolutely slaps. I couldn't be happier with how issue 1 came out. Ricardo did absolutely amazing work. Just unbelievable stuff. Now, I want to address the elephant in the room. Last year, you might remember we actually ran the prologue for Godslap and put that up for sale. It was just the first 15 pages as a teaser to show you what we've been working on over the last year. We had planned on releasing issue 1 later last year, however, with how absolutely awful the shipping went with the prologue, we decided to push everything back like 6 months and spend all of that time refining the shipping process so that we would never have those problems again. So we learned a lot from the prologue run, and I can't apologize profusely enough. Some people didn't get their comics for 3 months. Some didn't get them at all because of how badly the shipping was handled with the fulfillment center we initially used, as well as just the process we went about it. So we changed everything, top to bottom. We spent many, many months making sure that shipping would go off without any problems whatsoever, and I think I can confidently say we will not have issues like that with issue 1 now. It's all been fixed, and we are also offering free shipping domestically. So if you get a Godslap comic in America, the shipping is free. We can't offer that for international, unfortunately, because international is an absolute disaster when it comes to shipping. That can cost like $20 in some cases, and I just want to hit you with the cold water and give you the truth right now. International shipping for a physical copy of Godslap is expensive, unfortunately. And there's not a whole lot we can do to get that down, despite our best efforts. However, we are offering a digital edition of Godslap, where it's not a physical copy, you just download it digitally, and that's $5. It goes right to your account, and you can read it on your computer. And that's probably the best option for anyone that's interested in Godslap internationally. You save a lot of money, and you still get to achieve enlightenment through reading Godslap. Now, we're not fucking troglodytes. We know that offering a digital edition of Godslap is going to lead to piracy. We're not the dumbest assholes on the planet. We obviously know that's going to happen with offering a digital download. And that's fine, you know? If you're interested in Godslap and can't afford it, well, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And who knows? Maybe there's some people that helped work on Godslap that may or may not have dabbled in piracy at some point in their life. Not pointing any fingers, not confessing anything, but, you know, maybe there was someone there that used to download some Adobe products sometimes. It's possible, not saying it happened, but, you know, maybe. What I'm saying is, we know that's going to happen, but we think it's still important to offer the digital download as a really cheap alternative and a really convenient one where you don't have to wait for shipping, or if you're international, you don't have to pay like a crazy price for the shipping. Another thing I'd like to mention is we're not making the same mistake we made with the prologue, where it was pre-ordering and then printing it. we have all of it in stock, so when you place an order, it will start the shipping process because we have inventory. So Godslap issue 1 comes in 3 different covers. This is the standard cover. This is from Ricardo Jamie. This cover will always be restocked. It's unlimited. You can get as many of these as you want. And then it has 2 variant covers. So the first one right here comes from an artist named Vampire Tranel. I'll put a link to his work in the description. This is the first variant cover, and then this comes from Vincenzo Riccardi, another extremely talented artist that I'll put a link to in the description. These are the 2 variant covers for issue 1, and each of these will only ever have 6,000 copies ever. So there's 6,000 of this, 6,000 of this, and that's all there'll ever be. So those are also up for sale as well. We also thought it'd be fun to offer posters for your favorite covers. So if you really like the standard cover from Ricardo, you can get a poster of it. Or if you really like the limited edition variants, like the Vincenzo Riccardi one, there's a poster. Or the extremely talented Vampire Tranel cover, there's a poster for that as well. So there's just a lot that we're offering. So it's Big Godslap Day, and I want to make another huge announcement about Godslap. I talked about having an animation done for it, and that's completed. I'm going to be posting that animation tonight at 7 p.m. EST, so 5 hours after this video goes up. It's the first 15-ish pages of Godslap adapted into an anime-style animation. And it's done by the same studio behind the Skynut music video from a couple years ago. We commissioned them again to do this because we thought it would be extremely fun, and the animation is amazing, and I can't wait to share that with all of you. So that's going up tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. This whole project has been about 2.5 years in the making, and I couldn't be happier with what we've produced here. Now, since we spent so much time ironing out the shipping and making sure it's perfect, we had a lot of time to keep working on Godslap, which means issue 2 is also done. It's just we're going to wait a little while for issue 2. We'll put that out in a couple of months. Let everyone have time to digest issue 1 here, but issue 2 is also on the horizon very shortly as well. So, big Godslap news. I'm super excited to finally get all of this out to you, and I hope you all enjoy it. We worked really hard on it, so yeah, I hope you enjoy Godslap. That's about it. See ya.